Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. The winding road to the Super Bowl continues here in the divisional round, where two teams look to take another step towards the Super Bowl. It's the Chargers going up against the Dolphins. With that, let's head on down to Miami, where we'll hand it over to the two-man calling our game. That's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Larry, we come to you from a city that's played host to 10 Super Bowls with an 11th on the way in 2020. Yes, we are in beautiful Miami, Florida. Coming up, it's Divisional Round Saturday, and we've got an AFC battle on tap between the San Diego Chargers and the Miami Dolphins. The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. And they'll be led out by the guy under center, Charles, their quarterback. They come up in an offset eye. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Now they'll run on the draw. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. And give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be third and about the length of the football. And when this offense is clicking on all cylinders, the running back is in sync as well.
The focal point. Runs, catches, blocks, sets a tone for the offense.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon.
False start, offense. Still 3rd down.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's got time. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Mitch Unrein in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
On 4th down, it's Drew Kaiser on to kick it away for San Diego. That's taken on the 25. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
They'll set up to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 2nd down. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
2nd down, and the offense needing 5 yards. The play clock's running down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Time quickly to look at the Chargers defense.
When Brian Orakpo was born, there was no doubt that with that name, he was going to be a defensive player and a good one. He knows how to get to quarterbacks. Third and 5, so they bring in an extra defensive back.
Expecting pass. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he fires one, but incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. Time running out here on the play clock. He gets it away. It's a high hanger.
Running into the kicker. Defense. Automatic 1st down.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. Meeting the tough yards, they run it with their fullback.
4th and 1. This is what fullbacks live for. They're always the guys with all the marks on their helmets because they love sticking their heads in there to fight for the tough yards. And he gets the tough yards here to give his guys a 1st down.
Let's go!
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Well, now a carry here for their fullback. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down.
I see an extra DB on the field now for San Diego.
Yeah, indeed. Back to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. And they thought they could exploit this defense with some really quick hitters, quick action. They worked on that in practice. We just saw it there.
And we saw them break it down to the fundamentals as well. Each position group had their own little work on it. You know, they worked on a drill here with the receivers, a drill there with the quarterbacks. Then they brought it all together, and now it's paying off in the game.
Steps away to his left. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. To the sideline, and oh, a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
So 3rd and 7 and an extra defensive back on the field here.
Definitely want to play coverage here.
They'll look to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
He went full scale, loose, flexible, finding a way to catch the ball in some traffic for a key first down.
Yeah, really a nice job of adjusting to the ball in the air. Not the most accurate of throws, but able to adjust and make the grab.
Come on, let's go!
Play clock winding down. Looking to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot. Because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. He's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Their big tight end from 6 yards away. And the Dolphins are going to take a first-quarter lead. And all the pressure that goes on in these playoffs, but the first score here in the divisional round always very key.
Partner, this team handled it like it was a regular season game, that they were confident in what they were doing, came right out and established themselves early.
Now Andrew Frank's on for the point after. And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. And now San Diego getting set to go. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Going right side here, and that's complete. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And the big meat on the D-line. We'll see how they do today.
And I'd hate to be an offensive lineman having to deal with these guys. They come in hungry, mean, and confident. They think that no one can block them.
And they still need 8 yards for the first here on 2nd down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's got time in the pocket. And incomplete.
Holding offense.
And that right there will set him back a bit on the offensive holding penalty.
And you know who you want to pressure after a penalty like that? the guy who just committed the foul. You want to see if he's going to keep his head down, or if he's going to get his head right back into the game. I'd send a blitz at him right away and see if he holds up.
Allen's got it over the middle.
Holding. Offense.
So there you go, holding by the offense, and that'll push him back.
Changes everything now as you try and figure out what your playbook has for you. Longer yardage situations, tougher to execute and pick up first downs.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on third down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that's going to make it fourth down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line. And the Dolphins offense now ready to go back out on the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch, counter punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. Down the numbers. There he goes. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there. 87 yards. And the Dolphins strike quickly here for 6 points. And with his speed, if he just finds the slightest crease, he can take it the distance like he did there.
How about the leverage up front? Offensive line out leveraging the defensive front to create that space, that crease that he was looking for. And once he hits open field, he's going to be very difficult to catch and corral.
Franks to add the PAT. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So 2 plays on that scoring drive. That's how they drew it up. And a long run into the end zone, and what a run it was. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. And now San Diego getting set to go. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, if there got to be casualties at times, we're trying to win a game.
A couple of Dolphins in on the stop. Here we go with 2nd and 7.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Neutral zone infraction. Defense.
And a neutral zone infraction on the defense.
The defense thought they had the timing count on the quarterback's cadence, but they jumped too soon.
the play fake. He'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Surveying the field. And this complete to Thomas Duarte. It's a pickup of 5. Brings up second down.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, ball's out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Finding time. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
Again, he'll drop to throw. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
The Chargers defense now getting set and taking the field. And with this deficit, let's be honest, it's time for them to get a stop.
And, partners, you understand very well from our time together and visiting with coaches, defensive coordinators tend to be a little more emotional, a little more high-strung than others.
They are.
I have a feeling that speech came out about taking a stand and bowing up in this possession.
Yeah, that's where this word pride comes out, right?
In a big way.
Give him 9 on the play, and that'll make it second and short.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
We have played a quarter here in this AFC Divisional playoff. 14-0 is our score, and we'll be back to South Florida after this. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Dolphins in possession of the football. They're looking at a second and short yardage to start things out. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. On the give, this is their fullback. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8. It moves the chains. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. And he stopped immediately there. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Well, there they went blitz defensively, Charles, and things were paved well coming from the linebacker position.
I love the way that you described it, paved well. Oftentimes, the guy who gets home on the blitz, he's going to get all the credit, but his teammates did all the dirty work, right? They ran into people on purpose. They sometimes tugged on jerseys to hold linemen to create space and gaps. And that play finished off really, really well. Well conceived, well designed, and even better executed. But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. They'll run it now out of the gun. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry.
Defense.
And you as a former defender should know that the referees are watching this closely, defensive holder.
They watch it awfully closely. I sure wish they'd let it be 5.5 yards like they do for the offensive guys. But in this case, they were strict with the rule.
They come out here in the eye. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
We talk all the time about how important it is to have leverage in blocking. It's also a big part of policing up gaps. Did you move someone out of the A gap? Did you move them out of the B gap in order to create space for your guy to run? In this case, all those gaps were shut down.
Yeah, the movement was defensive, and they got him for a loss. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And this will be incomplete.
In most pass defenses, the guy playing safety has the ability to roam free and try and go to the football. But when you're in man, you've got to cover just like a guy playing out on the corner. Lock up on the receiver and go to the football. That's exactly what he did, batting that one away.
Here we go. 190.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the veteran, Brian Arakpo. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Here comes the Dolphins defensive unit now.
And now Big Mo's wearing a shirt of their color. They're hoping to continue that momentum in their direction with maybe another pick.
Who's Big Mo? He's momentum, right?
Momentum. And right now, he's hugging them.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, he got what he could there, just trying to move forward and gain a little bit of yardage and create some space. You know the pressure is going to be tough defensively.
Let's go.
Then he'll give it here to his running back. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. And the defensive penetration there blew that play up and got him 2 points.
How about how they got off at the snap of the football, got upfield into the backfield, and created the big play? That's the key to everything.
And remember, following the safety, you give the football up as well, and they free kick it from the 20 now. This is fielded inside the 5. So quick, and the ball is knocked out. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
In a lot of ways, you equate your return guys with daredevils. These guys have no fear, and they think that every time they touch the ball, they're taking it all the way to the house for a score. In this case, he coughed it up and cost his team.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20. A sea of Dolphins there that time in on the tackle.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
So the hard count gets them there, neutral zone infraction.
Yeah, the defense thought they had the timing down, but the quarterback hit him with a hard count, got him to jump.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Their big tight end, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Chargers are able to close the gap just a bit. Sometimes those tight ends are a mismatch. They found the mismatch there.
And that's exactly why you want to draw up those types of plays, because coverage is just going to go to the natural guys, the guys that make the big plays on the outside. But if you work your tight end into it, that's a tough one for a defense to handle.
Tough. They couldn't handle it. It worked out for 6. It's good, and that cuts it to 9 at 16-7. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it ends with a San Diego score. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Chargers, their defense heading back out there. Now the interception for them the last time, and that turned into 6 points.
You think during their break they reminded the offense that, hey, we helped you guys out a little bit, right? You know, they want to see if they can do it again for them. They're putting together an entire team game by how they're playing on defense.
So the interception the last drive, what will happen here? Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. A little tough on the secondary there. In zone defensively. Quarterback had time to survey and find a spot.
And if you want to change things up and put a little more pressure on him, you can go to man coverage. Everyone matches up and send more pressure. But you can also do it out of zone coverage if you're worried about what's going to happen on your back end. Send someone else, drop someone else out of the line. The old zone blitz could come into play to try and get that pressure on the quarterback. Well, it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Well, they've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. A gain of 3, second down.
A good solid game there on first down, but the defense has to be happy they didn't let it pop for anything bigger.
7 yards to go on second down. They come out here in the eye. Back to throw here. And he will find his man on the outside. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
That was a nice completion on an out route, and those types of plays are the result of arm strength by the quarterback and timing by the receiver.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. About 3 yards there to the 27.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. They'll need to get the play off quickly. They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. That one good for 17 yards. And now they've got it first and goal.
This offense is in rhythm now, just accumulating first downs and moving the ball downfield.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. So the chain gang now done for the drive. Ball on the 10, first and goal. Only a yard on the pickup there, second and goal.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defense coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
They come up in an offset eye. They'll set up a throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll make it 3rd and goal.
Hey, the defense is in this game as well. They wanted to make it a tough 3rd down. They were able to do so on that last play, preventing a big gain.
An extra defensive back on the field here for 3rd and goal. The play clock's running down. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
And that's why defenders are often frustrated offensive guys. Actually made the catch, looked good doing it, but couldn't get his feet down in order to finish off the takeaway.
And Frank's kick is good. And the Dolphins will add on to their lead. So the drive takes them inside the 10, but it ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And now San Diego getting set to go. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field. Punch in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, we gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. They're going to look to throw. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
When you put together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got time. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. And out come the Dolphins now. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. 6 yards here to go for the offense on 2nd down. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back with more AFC playoff action after this timeout. A reminder, as we did all through the regular season, we'll check in with Larry Ridley at halftime. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play.
Alert 16! Alert 16! Pretty quiet. Come on, let's go! Brad 38! Brad 38! 555! 555!
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down. And they're going to speed things up here.
Here we go.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Come on, let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain could look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10.
Holding offense.
So holding by the offense, and maybe now got to shift up what you want to do on the playbook.
Yeah, definitely. Change what you're doing in the playbook, but boy, the advantage shifts to the guys on defense, doesn't it? Longer yardage situations, they often become bolder.
Let's go.
Back to throw. Throwing the slant pattern here, complete. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Third down now following the completed pass.
Come on, let's go.
Now back to throw. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So the offense takes the timeout, and they are back out and ready to rock.
Here we go.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give them 18 on that one. And that's good for a Miami 1st down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. And the 8th play on this drive coming up.
Come on, let's go. Grand 38. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round.
Again, he'll drop to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Frank's kick is good. And that will make this now a 15-point advantage. So they get the 3, increase their lead to close out the half.
Excellent way to end the drive, go into the locker room with a little bit of extra momentum after adding 3 to their total.
The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. Short kick. One of the up men will take it now. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line. So it's on to halftime in this AFC Divisional Round matchup. As we check in with Larry Ridley in Orlando, he's standing by with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry?
Thanks, Brandon. I'm Larry Ridley, and welcome to our EA Halftime Report. The Dolphins are looking good right now as they will just try to keep up the good work in the second half. The Chargers are coming off a bad game, and they haven't been able to get out of that funk here today. All right, let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. We go now late in the first. Fantastic run blocking here, and nobody can stop them on this long touchdown. The lead now at 14. Third down from inside the 10. The pass ends up being picked off. Orakpo's in position, and he is the one who comes away with the ball. Chargers have it at the 17, and he'll eventually be brought down, but not before getting to the 12-yard line. Now to late in the first half, the completion is made on the slant, and he'll end up picking up 23 yards on the play. They would go on to kick a field goal and put 3 points on the board. So that's all for us here at the EA Sports Studio. get you back out to the field now for some more playoff action.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Here comes the Charger defense now as they get set back out there. They're losing here as we begin the third quarter, trying to stop this from being a bigger deficit.
I used to play for a coach who always talked about getting the other team's attention. And in this case, they want to let them know that you're going to do the dictating from here on out, not the other way around.
Trying to impose their will as we start the third. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
Partner, I think the easy thing now would be to just abandon the run and start throwing the football at all costs. But I've been in so many games where it doesn't work running the ball, and then something pops, and now you get something going. I'm not so sure to just abandon your game plan this early in the second half.
So that one will get them halfway to the first down marker. 7 yards makes it 3rd and 7 now. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
Over the middle, it's complete.
Offense.
So oftentimes you see defensive holding. Here it's offensive holding for the flag. Costly mistake for the offense. They now face 17 yards to go on 3rd down.
Let's go! 38.
They'll run it now out of the gun. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
One of the things I love about this game is there's a match of wits throughout the game. Who's going to get the advantage? Who's going to catch someone off guard? I feel like the offense thought they might catch the defense off balance with that play call, but unfortunately, that didn't work for them.
46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Taken in at the 22. Wow, evasive.
Make a miss.
A very good return that time. 18 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. They'll run it now out of the gun. You can't break. And a loose football. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
And the Dolphins getting set to go here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage.
That was a really nice play, be able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. They'll try and run with their fullback. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
And that was a good collision right there. And I know this as a former defender. If you're playing linebacker, you're going through a checklist on every play on who you think's going to get the ball and where you think the ball's going to go. Rarely do you expect the fullback position to get it. And on that play he did. So you got to steel yourself at that point because the contact is going to be strong.
This will be caught inside the 10. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line.
And fits the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic. So anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even add a little extra at the end with a short run.
And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
Flex round! Flex round! Come on, let's go! Brand 38! Brand 38!
Time running out here on the play clock. They'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and it forced an incompletion.
And it's 3rd down and goal from the 4. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times that's a passing play.
And the kicker, this has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Now Franks for the extra point. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Dolphins defense as they head out to set up shop. Forced the fumble last time, up on the scoreboard, things going their way.
Things are rocking easy now, and they feel good about themselves, confident, taking the ball away in the last possession. They're going to try and do it again.
So let me ask you, can you be playing free and that can be good, or it can also become bad, right?
I like the way you put it. You're exactly right. It can work both ways. Sometimes you get too loose and give up big plays and not handle your responsibilities. But oftentimes when you're playing free and easy and locked in, as they are today, you see the end result.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Call it an 8-yard gain, much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard. 3rd down now following the run.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front, and then maybe a guard can slide up to the 2nd level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
Losing 6 yards there to bring up 4th. Here's Drew Kaiser now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. He'll look to set up his blockers. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
That confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
Looking middle, and that's complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
And what they're challenging here is the spot of the ball, and this is probably the hardest challenge to win.
So difficult because the speed of the game, the angles of the cameras, your angle from the sideline watching the play can often fool you into thinking that the ball should be placed in a different spot.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field stands.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
Here we go.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
Holding offense.
So he got his hands a little too far outside. The ref caught him, threw the flag. So now the offense is facing a first down and 20 after that last mistake. 1 receiver left, 2 to the right.
Come on, let's go.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Out to the flat, that's complete to his running back. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll be a second and long.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. Play clock winding down. He'll drop to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down in bounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
Out of the gun now on third down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Taking it right down Broadway. And he takes it back to the house. It's a fumble recovery and a Charger touchdown. So hold the phone here, Charles. I'd kind of written them off, but after that touchdown, certainly a long way still to go, but stranger things have happened.
Well, when you're going to have big second-half comebacks, plays like that have to be involved.
And they will line up now for the two-point try. They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it for the two-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. And, boy, things switched on a dime here. The fumble recovery for the touchdown and also a two-point try on top successful.
That feels like a momentum call. Pick it up on a fumble return, take it the other way for a touchdown. That's demoralizing for a team to have it happen against them. So the offense just says, you know something? Let's add to it. Pile on top, go for 2 now while their heads are down.
This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Here's the Chargers defense as they get ready to go again. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. And they'll run it here. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point, you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
Here we go. Ohio. Here we go.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
So completion on 2nd down, that brings up 3rd.
Black round. Come on, let's go. 1-9.
And they'll go on the ground. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
And the play clock's running down. Back to throw here. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
They come out here in the eye. They'll give it to him right up the gut. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
They come up in an offset eye. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Here we go. 1-9.
Time running out here on the play clock. Back to throw. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Miami. It's Dolphin football. It's also Dolphin lead to begin quarter number 4. The Dolphins will send out the punter now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. And now San Diego getting set to go. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area. I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. And a nice pitch and catch to pick up the reception against man coverage.
Both of them read how much yardage they needed, figured what they had to do, and were able to beat the man coverage for the completion.
first down. He'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete here.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
Second down here after the incomplete pass. They'll look to throw again. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on it, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. There he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. So, Charles, there are the numbers. What's happened here? Defensive adjustments that's caused him to sort of fall off a bit?
I think so. That has to happen. You've got to make some changes because in the first half, they were pretty effective. But the second part is sometimes when you're doing really well, you get off your game a little bit. You get off the gas a little. You're like, okay, we've got this thing. And that's not necessarily the case. Maybe right now, someone just needs to tell a joke in the huddle, loosen things up, and get their big guy going again.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete.
Holding offense.
So a little grabbing there, but this time it goes against the offense for holding. It's a loss of 10 yards on the play. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. 4 yards on the pickup. It'll be 2nd down.
Come on, let's go. 190.
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Come on, let's go. 190. Flex round.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's lucky to be getting that one back.
After what they've done with him all day long with all the targets trying to go after him, he's obviously...
Chargers coming hard, and they block it. This is a live ball taken inside the 15.
And even before that play happened, you know that they were taking the long view on their sideline. Needed a big play on special teams, got a score on offense, and then they'll need another big play on special teams, probably an onside kick if they want to win this game.
Yeah, 2-score game, but that play right there kind of kept the door open, didn't it?
Yes, it did, and it's open enough that they definitely have hope.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. It's already 2nd and 12. The defense hoping to push them back more.
Come on, let's go. Brand 38.
On play action, they'll throw. Backing up. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
As old West Coast offensive coaches will tell you, every pass play is either a touchdown or a check down, meaning you go through your progressions. You look deep first, then you come back short. Make sure you get completions.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll be 4th down. Now Gostkowski will come on to try a field goal.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. So he splits the uprights there, and I would imagine it's nice as a kicker. Right when it leaves your foot, you know it's good.
Yeah, it's kind of like a golfer that picks up his tee after a nice drive without even watching it land.
Solid analogy. I like it. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. And he's got his man on the out route. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Shift together here from the D-line.
Flex round. Here we go. Brand 38.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
Come on, let's flex round.
Play clock winding down. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line. Well, not a lot of flash and dash on that play. 2nd and 2, and they hand it to the big man, and he ends up picking up a first down. A little bit of gray area there, though, but I think what they thought, hey, we hand it to him here. If we come back and don't get it, we still got another down to try and pick it up.
Let's go. Brand 38.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. Looking to throw. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks. But it doesn't matter what you call the position, it's who you put there. And there we saw completion.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
Football's such a game of tendencies, down and distance, and on 3rd and inches, 3rd and 1, you're thinking, yeah, the fullback's probably going to get the ball. But when you get to 3rd and 2, most of the time that's either the running back or a pass play. So that's a nice tendency breaker by the offensive team there. Hand it to their big guy to pick up a first down.
And to give this time to the tailback. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And the play clock's running down. They'll give to the fullback on the dive. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. A group effort there. A bunch of Charger defenders there to make the stop.
And that's why that position was created. Big, powerful, strong guy who can carry the ball and plow forward. That's exactly why you have him on the field.
An extra defensive back in the game now here for 3rd and 4. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And this is going to be incomplete. And you really can't pin that one on the quarterback, Charles. The O-line, they've got to protect better.
And they know it. That's their meal ticket. They want to...
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. And we're back. The offense had a chance to talk things over. We'll see what they come up with here on this next play. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Come on, let's go!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 4 yards on the pickup, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down.
I remember in pregame when we were talking to him on the field, and he took his gloves off and showed us his fingers. A few misshapen ones in there, and now we know why, trying to catch those types of bullets.
That was a dart. Yeah, even for a talented receiver, those are tough to hang on to. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they will just roam and hit.
And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. They'll come up now in the Wildcat package.
Come on, let's go!
And that play went. Now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. The Dolphins will send out the punter now. Remember, though, he did have one blocked earlier. San Diego getting set to go. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
bashed it.
that. Super toe.
And now they're in the hurry-up. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Wide open receiver complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete.
Holding offense.
And that right there will set him back a bit on the offensive holding penalty.
And you know who you want to pressure after a penalty like that? The guy who just committed the foul. You want to see if he's going to keep his head down or if he's going to get his head right back into the game. I'd send a blitz at him right away and see if he holds up.
He'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 19 yards there on the pickup. And it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first. They'll drop to throw. He's got time. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Obviously a tough spot here. They need a lot of luck to win this game, but still a small chance.
They've got to make sure they get the ball to the sidelines, get out of bounds, preserve clock.
Out of the gun now on third down. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. It'll be a gain of 16 and give them a first down as well. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. And they'll get up and spike it right at 40 seconds to go. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got to jump here.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
And just a simple, basic neutral zone infraction here, partner.
Yeah, when you're ready to launch and go get the quarterback, sometimes you take off a bit too fast.
2nd and 5. And they're going to go soft on the corners. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. And quickly, they get to the line. And now down to 24 seconds after the spike. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
Too quick to the trigger that time. Neutral zone infraction, and that'll cost him 5 yards. So we've got a 2nd and 5. Back to throw again. Looking for someone to throw to. And this is complete. It's Allen. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. Got the guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. They'll look to throw again. And, oh, not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And it's caught. He's got it for a late touchdown, but probably a little too late. It would take a miracle of epic proportions if they're going to pull this one off. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
All right, now a big two-point conversion attempt still to come.
Come on, let's go. Grand 38.
They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. So a crucial two-point conversion there, but that's just part one of this two-part story that they need to happen here.
Yeah, they do need to do a few other things, don't they? They got the 2, as you noted. Now they've got to make sure they get the onside kick and hope to get into field goal range and maybe have one last miracle left.
Yeah, I guess you're right. It's more than a two-part story. It's a 3- or 4-part story. So now with little time remaining, they'll have this and maybe one more play. Oh, the Chargers are pointing, and they've got it. So they needed the onside kick. They got it. Now they need a field goal.
And that's the beauty of this. They don't have to get 6. A field goal ties the ball game for them. Nicely executed play.
Here we go. Grand 38.
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And that is going to seal this victory as time runs out. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Dolphins are winners here as we say so long from South Florida.
it.